Silent Night Deadly Night is a 1984 festive slasher film, directed by Charles E. Sellier Jr., and was one of the most controversial movies of the 80s, due to its terrifying advertising campaign. Our story starts with 5-year-old Billy, who is traveling with his family to see his grandfather at the nursing home. Billy is very excited, and can't wait for Christmas Eve, where he hopes to catch a glimpse of Santa Claus himself. Once they arrive at the nursing home, his grandfather appears to be in a catatonic state, but as soon as Billy's family wander off, the senile old git awakens from his fake stupor, and warns his grandson that he should fear Santa Claus, as he punishes naughty children. Billy suddenly starts to feel anxious about Christmas Eve, mainly thanks to his grandfather's threats, and his family don't believe that their conversation even happened. That night, a criminal robs a liquor store and murders the owner, whilst dressed in the iconic red and white costume, and Billy's family try to convince him that he shouldn't be scared of jolly old Saint Nick. Whilst driving down the highway, they encounter the festive asshole, as he pretends to need help with his car, but Billy advises his parents to keep driving. Instinctively, they ignore their son's pleas, and decide to help the stranded humbug, but Billy was right, this Santa is as dangerous as they come, and after he opens fire on their car, which kills Billy's father, he proceeds to attack and kill Billy's mother, as Billy watches from a safe distance at the side of the road. 3 years later, we see Billy at an orphanage run by nuns. He keeps misbehaving, which attracts the attention of the strict Mother Superior, whose harsh methods of discipline raise the eyebrows of Sister Margaret. It's Christmas time at the orphanage, and Sister Margaret believes that Billy's bad behavior is due to the trauma he experienced 3 years earlier. However, Mother Superior is skeptical of Sister Margaret's theory, and is confident her old school teachings will set the lad straight. Of course, Mother Superior is proved wrong, after Billy is forced to sit on Santa's lap, and clocks the codger with a sweet left hook. Take that, you beardy old bastard. We then fast forward 10 years, and see Billy as a rather dashing 18-year-old. He's got dimples, and muscles, and a brand new job in a toy shop stockroom, with thanks to Sister Margaret, who never gave up in her belief that Billy is a good kid, who deserves a chance. Billy is a hit with his boss Mr. Randall, is great at his job, and as the weeks go by, he develops a crush on his co-worker Pamela. He's not so popular with his douchebag colleague Andy, but apart from that, life is swell for Billy boy. That is, until Christmas rears its ugly head, and when the store Santa Claus breaks his ankle in a skating accident, Mr. Randall puts his Employee of the Month into the famous red suit. What could possibly go wrong? For obvious reasons, Billy isn't too keen to don the Kris Kringle clobber, but has to go along with it anyway. It's fair to say he's a lousy Santa, and after petrifying children by telling them they will be punished if they have been naughty, somehow keeps his job long enough to be invited to the Christmas party. Whilst his colleagues get shit-faced, Billy decides this would be the perfect time to let Pamela know how he feels about her, but that douchebag Andy gets in first, and this is when we see Billy reach his breaking point. He investigates the stockroom, where he finds Andy taking advantage of Pamela, and this triggers a distressing memory of Billy's mother's death, which sends him over the edge. He strangles the dickhead with some Christmas lights, and when Pamela calls him crazy for murdering his co-worker, she suffers a similar fate, when he slices her open with a box cutter. So there we have it. A pacifist with a horrific past, turned psychopath at the most wonderful time of the year. A nun, who is the only person who understands Billy's true nature. And Linnea Quigley, who is renowned for getting her kit off in movies at the drop of a hat. Will Billy, now in the guise of Santa Claus, take it upon himself to punish those who have been naughty? Will Sister Margaret be able to stop Billy before his rampage turns into a killing spree? And let's take another look at that left hook. Bam! Right in the kisser. When this movie was due for release at the Christmas of 1984, it was heavily protested, mainly by disgruntled parents, who took issue with the timing of the film's advertising. Its commercials, featuring a homicidal Santa Claus, were aired during popular family shows, and apparently scared the living daylights out of children across the US. So much so, that it was banned in many cinemas, and rather deservedly, ended up on the naughty list. Silent Night, Deadly Night, is all killer no filler. And that's a hard feat to accomplish. It really doesn't slow down at all. Great scene follows great scene, follows another great scene. And all of these highlights consist of the ensemble of grisly deaths, at the hands of lunatic Billy. For someone who's generally mild-mannered and good-natured, Billy sure is good at killing people, and does it without remorse. He's also pretty proficient with a number of different weapons, including axes, hammers, and even a bow and arrow. One of the standout scenes is when some bullies commandeer some kids' sleds, and their antics are quite literally cut short by Billy and his trusty axe. This is karma at its most extreme. I can imagine children watching this and being scared half to death, especially at the scenes of Santa being shot down in broad daylight, and when Billy gives the knife he used to kill Pamela to a well-behaved little girl. It was so weird, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I thoroughly enjoyed Silent Night, Deadly Night, and I would recommend it to anyone who needs to scratch that itch for violent horror during the Christmas period. Give it a watch, but maybe not whilst you're tucking into your turkey with the family. So what did you make of this movie? Did it put you in the festive mood, or scare the absolute stuffing out of you? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you liked this review, why not give it a thumbs up, or subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. I've been HB, the Horror Bot. Thanks for watching, and I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Cheers, babes.